Jones. I handcraft skateboards for Life Skateboards, and you're watching Days with Casper. Today we're going to be loading up the long press and the standard press, 4 boards in each one. I'm going to pull the layups for that, and then I've just got a couple boards to shape. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a live. I'm having some issues with my account, trying to confirm an AdSense account on here. So, kind of just been doing other stuff. I believe 8 of the 10 signed and numbered boards are sold. Let me go ahead and share this to another platform real quick. So yeah, I believe 8 of those signed and numbered boards are sold, clear coated, finished, and good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and start off here sorting some veneer. Sorry you guys are on a different tripod than you normally are. So we're gonna pull 4 standard layups and then 4 long layups. If you guys have any questions about board making, the board making process, skateboarding, anything like that, feel free to ask. And don't forget, you can get one of these boards at lifeskateboard.com. If you're just now joining, this is Days with Casper. My name's Casper Jones, and I handcraft skateboards for Life Skateboards. I'm pulling the layups for the standard press right now, and then we will get to work here. What's up, guys? Sorry it's been a minute since a live. I'm having some issues with my account right now, but hopefully that'll be resolved and I'll continue doing lives in the meantime. I had to change my AdSense account because I mistakenly set it up for business instead of individual and didn't know it until it came to that first withdrawal. But you guys did get me to my first withdrawal amount, so once we get that figured out, hopefully things work out. Alright, so there's 4 standards. Now it's time for the long. We're going to pull 8 faces here. Of course, skate family, I cannot sub while I'm on a live. Comment on one of my videos, I got you back. That way I can keep track of it. And it's not legendary, I'm just some guy, I promise. I'm nothing special, I just make skateboards here. Alright, so I'm going to take this time here to kind of explain what's inside of your skateboard. So you've got 7 plies of maple inside of your standard skateboard. Let me get them together here. Alright. So we've got 2 different types of grain here. You've got a face, which is a pretty vertical grain that goes on the outside, and then a core, another vertical grain, but it doesn't have to be pretty and it can have some blemishes. And then a crossband is a horizontal grain that gives the board strength in every direction. So inside your skateboard, you've got a face, core, crossband, core, and face. And that's pretty universal for every 7-ply skateboard. We use Great Lakes or Canadian maple because long winters and slow growth create tight grains, and you want tight grains on your maple. Strong boards, good wood. Sorry I'm missing stuff. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you. I am from Indianapolis. The shop is in New Palestine, Indiana, 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. Been in Indianapolis my whole life. Tuning in, Casper's keeper. When Sebastian hops in here, we're gonna make him a mod. My buddy Sebastian, who I've filmed with and hung out with for a very long time, said he's gonna hop in here today. All right. So we've got 4 longs and 4 standards pulled. I'm going to start with the standards on gluing. And apologies for the weird angles today. You guys are not on the normal tripod. I was filming the other day at Lawrence and destroyed my tripod. So, all right. What's up, Churchill? I'm doing all right. If you remember the quality feel of good boards, these are going to feel the same. We still make all kinds of shapes. We got over 77 shapes listed on the website. If you go to lifeskateboard.com, you can check that out. We make popsicles, shapes, even a few longboards. But, all right, we're gonna get to it here. So I gotta open up my glue tray. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you, Casper's Keeper, for throwing that up there. The website is lifeskateboard.com. Alright, so like I said, we're going to start with long. I'm just going to get this ready because I'm definitely going to need glue on this. Here's the broken piece of my tripod. Alright. And we are about ready to get started here. Making sure this cord is out of the way, but you guys can still see. All right. So we got these 4 here. We are going to glue all 4 of these up and then put them in the press. So here at Life Skateboards, we roll the glue by hand on every deck. The reason for that is a glue machine is going to miss your top and bottom ply because it gets both sides of the veneer. You don't want glue on the outside. It's also going to miss the cross bands because they get tied up inside the machine. So we want to give you full glue coverage on every side of every ply inside of your skateboard. That way we can guarantee against delam. It's the little things. Of course, Kevin. You gotta care about quality. That's the, my opinion, the problem with the current industry is that they threw quality out the window for quantity a long time ago. Automating processes that cut corners as far as quality goes and passing the damage of the boards onto the customer. One example of that is heat transfers being the norm for graphic application in the skateboarding industry. The thing that weakens the bond between wood and glue is heat. So using heat to apply graphics is super easy, but it makes the board weaker. So we don't do that here. We apply all of our graphics with hand-carved Lino blocks And I've got a lot of respect for people doing screen printing on their boards. Any step to make board last a little bit longer. Doing all right? Doing all right, Jared? Bad crossband. That's the other cool thing about doing everything by hand is you have a constant quality control. If there's an issue, you fix it right then and there. Never let it reach the customer. Skate Family says we don't want Walmart boards. That's correct. It's unfortunate that the majority of the industry is kind of pushed towards that level of production anyway. He is making skateboards. Frequency forge. You run like a real forge? Because that would be rad. And if you are running a real forge, make some trucks. Somebody here needs to start making trucks. The best skateboards, that's correct. Thank you. Every step of the process here is to ensure a high quality all wood construction end product. So I'm that girl asked you do designs too. So here at so the designs are graphics, I assume is what you're asking about, not the shapes. We apply all of our graphics with hand carved lino blocks carved by local artists. If you go back on my last live, I believe I did some graphics on that one. Give me 1 second here, I'm going to be taping the ends up on this. Where'd my tape go? Specifically had a new roll of tape set up for this, but oh well. We'll find it later. So we have all these lino blocks carved by local artists, mainly done by Ben Blakely. So we apply those by hand, roll the backgrounds on the collages and all that fun stuff in-house. All right, we're gonna glue up 3 more of these and then we're gonna load them into the press. I'm seeing some questions on there. I'll be able to get to them in a second. Sorry if I don't pay attention to the chat too much. Please remember, I am doing my job. Yeah, see, acrylic paints are super cool for like a one-off board. Definitely not cost effective for customers. I'm so confused by what just happened in the chat. Yes, I mean, spray paint's even a better graphic application than heat transfers. Once again, I don't know if you've seen how we apply our graphics, but it's a pretty cool process. And thank you, Jared. I appreciate you. Prom, if you just wanted me to read your name, there you go. I did it. Just for you. Yeah, if you remember, lives get posted in full to the channel's page, so you can always go back and check those. Lino block printing is a very satisfying graphic application process using speedball lino block ink. And because we have these blocks carved for the graphics on the boards, we can create apparel with those graphics as well, just using speedball fabric ink. So I really like the process because it creates the same graphic. Well, I guess not exactly the same graphic. It uses the same elements of a graphic that you can apply in different unique ways. All of these boards in the background here are finished life decks with those graphics applied to them. Yeah, I remember you, Rebecca. I think. I mainly remember that profile picture. And don't forget, guys, you can get one of these decks of your own at lifeskateboard.com. I have a signature shape that we just released, and due to the interest on these lives, we did a signed and numbered run, 10 of them. If you want to go back on my last live and check those out, or check any of my recent clips, it is on that new shape. If you want one of those, just order the Casper 3.0 in the signature section on the website. I don't really create. I mean, everybody builds ramps with skates. That's not what I do for a living, though. I make skateboards for a living. How long do your boards last for street skating? That is a super vague question. So I guess I'll go ahead and explain what the difference between our boards and factory boards are for me personally. So when I used to work in a skate shop. Part of my pay was a deck a week because I was heavy-footed, skating every day, multiple times a day, and I was going through a deck a week. I had just kind of accepted that was normal, and it didn't really matter what brand I got. It was all going to be the same because they're all from pretty much the same wood shops anyway. And then somebody came into the shop with what turned out to be one of these boards, and my boards went from lasting a week to a month and a half. I was extremely excited about it, and now I'm one of the people making these boards. So, no, I don't make boards for Nija. He skates factory garbage. That's a super intelligent interjection there, FLF. Let's not. When you want to respond. Of course, bud. It's hard to tell somebody how long a board lasts because, I mean, I know people that can skate a really shitty board for over a year because they just don't break boards. And then I also know people that can put their foot through a board that shouldn't break. So, since skateboarding is so personal, some people like being aggressive on their board, some people like being graceful on their board. So it's a very different experience for each person. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, so our boards are significantly stronger than factory boards, and there's a lot of factors to that. Part of it is the hand rolling on the glue that you're watching right now. The no stress graphic application of Lino blocks. And we're very well known for our deep concave. And deep concave creates end-to-end rigidity on a skateboard. That's just physics. It's easier to break a flat object than a curved object. So they're going to be last significantly longer. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, if you go to lifeskateboard.com, you're gonna be choosing from over 77 different shapes. If you see one that you like, you're going to be able to choose your wheelbase. If you see one, oh damn it, dude, Sam, why? We don't want to attract that here. Reverend Roland. I mean, so that's just going to be up to you. Yes, there is a variety of materials to use, but we appreciate the all-wood construction feel here. There's companies like Palo Peralta that make the flight decks that have a mixture of wood and layers of what they call secret sauce. The boards are flexy, but I want a sturdy board personally. Plus, I don't know. It seems like anything that's not all wood construction gets a dangerous razor tail on it. I do not like that. There we go. Yeah, we love our steep concave. Even to the point where we got a negative review on someone saying our concave was too deep, so we quoted it and used it for an ad. I don't know why people like a flat deck either, but I guess skateboarding's personal. There's people with flat feet. I need to understand other people's perspectives. I just don't like it. I'm that girl. Yeah, you should. Like any old school board shapes. Flat curved tail. Check out my Casper 2.0 shape. It's the one that's up on the website right now. Check out the aggro. Check out the punk point, the knife, the butter knife. Am I hosting any more events this year? Yes, actually, we just locked in the date for Remember November. Lady Skate Squad by Skate Park Respect event. Last year was amazing. It'll be hosted at Lawrence Skate Park on November 9th. The day before, there will be a party at the White Barn. But on November 9th, we'll all get together. I'm currently collecting product for prizes and cash for cash prizes. The way we always want to do the Remember November event, the whole point is to encourage women to compete and show that it's just fun. It's a free to enter contest. The way that we structure it, missed the spot, is there will be multiple events like best trick or races or things like that. Best trick on different obstacles usually. And it'll be split into two sections. There will be a ladies first section where women get a chance to compete on their own. That's always fun because people get encouraged to compete that wouldn't compete otherwise. And then after that, it's everybody. So women and men can compete. The point is to hopefully establish some confidence and fun with that first section to encourage people to enjoy competing. I really enjoy competition and contests and things like that because it really pushes you. Skating with other people is always an encouraging situation, and skating with other people under pressure is also an encouraging situation. Because you're kind of pushing against yourself and your own abilities, regardless of the fact that you are competing with other people. You gotta probably push yourself out of your comfort zone to land something that's gonna beat somebody, and I like that idea. I'm so sorry, guys. You can go to lifeskateboard.com and order a deck. How long does it take to cure? So the boards are in the press for 24 hours, and then they cure for 7 days before they're cut out and shaped. And we're only shaping a couple at a day on live. I'm sorry, John. Maybe you should see a doctor about that. I'm not a doctor. I make skateboards. It's okay. That girl, you can find all kinds of stuff on there. There's 77 shapes, and we've got some that are unlisted. I'm having a good morning, kinda. It's gonna be a good day. I'll be heading out to Cleveland this evening with Johnny, Chuck, and Luke. We're gonna film the weekend. I'm gonna throw it together in a travel video, much more structured than the video of going to Castle Bam, and hopefully get that edited in the next week or so and post it. Thank you, Tanner. Well, subscribe so you know when I'm on here again. Sorry about that, my phone froze on me. Do we make any of those? You're going to have to describe the longboard, buddy. I'm not familiar with longboard shapes or anything. As far as that goes, we've got 3 shapes of longboards right now. Yeah, it'll glitch, so I'm just going to let you guys know I work with very poor equipment. You guys are on my phone right now. When I get scam calls, this is what happens. So forgive me when it glitches. I'll get over to it and try to fix it. I really wish I could stop all these calls. My phone's on Do Not Disturb. I set up a screening for it. It still doesn't work. So apologies for the glitching, and thank you guys for sticking around through that. All right, so we're going to get to the fun part in a second here. All right, I'm going to take you guys off the charger now. This is going to be dangerous. This is when I usually drop the phone. All right. So we're going to head over here, load up this press. Is it back? You just let me know when it's back so I can either restart it or... We're not back. Neat. All right, does that mean the live is back? Awesome. Sorry about losing 230 people at the same time. And we're back. Stand live. We have a signal booster in the building. So I apologize for the stream. We might just go ahead and end the stream then. Yep. All right, sorry guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it. I might start it over in a minute here, but we'll see what's going on. See you guys.